Hey you guys, today I'm going to show you how I did this sheep. I will also show you this little squid and this villager. So let's go ahead and start with our sheep by grabbing a white ball of polymer clay and squish it into a rectangle shape. You can use your fingers, or you can use a flat surface, or you can do both like I did. Once you're happy with the sheep, if you have any lint on your polymer clay, you can get rid of it by putting some nail polish remover on a cotton pad and wiping off the surface. To give some texture to the sheep, I will use this needle pin, and by using circular and straight lines, I'm scratching the surface of the polymer clay so I can get more of a textured effect. And do this on all three sides and a little bit of the fourth side of where the head is gonna go. So now that I have all of these sides done, I will add the feet at the bottom using this beige polymer clay, and I rolled up 4 little balls and I'm just going to squeeze it on there. You can make them squarish or blockish if you want to, but I'm just going to do it this way. Now that I have this done, I'm going to bake it for 5-10 minutes so that I don't mess up the texture I made already. And I will attach the head using some TLS. Just kind of press it on there. For the face, I will flatten some of this beige polymer clay, and by using my little blade, I will cut out the little indent. It's like a square, and then it's like a rectangle, and on the rectangle there's 2 little squares that I need to cut out. Try your best, and then place it on the front of the face. And don't worry about that piece of lint that you can see. We're gonna get rid of that after we bake it. To attach the eye pin, I put some TLS, and I will put my little eye pin. And this is just going to help it keep it in place, but it's not going to be 100% in there, so just keep that in mind. And then continue texturing the whole head. Do it all the way around. And then add the ears by rolling a little bit of the beige polymer clay and then placing it on the sides of the head. Do both, of course. And now that we're done, go ahead and bake it. So let's move on to the squid. For the squid, I will start off with this big rectangle shape. It's a chubby rectangle shape, and then at the bottom of the rectangle shape, I squeezed some red polymer clay into a rectangle, and then I'm just gonna press it on there and clean off any of the lint with the rubbing alcohol. Then I rolled out little balls of white polymer clay, and I'm just going to randomly place them along the edges. And I'm just kind of putting them on there and then flattening them down. And they don't have to look perfect because this Minecraft squid's mouth is not perfect, so try your best. Then I grabbed the same blue teal polymer clay, and I'm just going to roll it out and cut out 8 tentacles. Try not to make them too thin, otherwise it's gonna be a little bit hard for them to stay upright. So try to keep them a little bit chubby, and then press them on there. I did 3 on 2 sides, and then I did 3 on each side, and then I did 1, and then it looks like they're all next to each other. I don't know, just put the 8 tentacles on your squid. Then I put more TLS on the top of my charm, and I will squeeze in my eye pin. And now my squid is ready to be baked. So now that we're done with the squid sculpting, let's go on to the villager. Start with a gray little polymer clay base for his feet, shoes, and then grab a brown polymer clay bead block and shape it to the same size and squeeze them together. And you can also use a flat surface to blend them a little bit better and keep them cubish. And using this flat eye pin, I'm going to insert it at the bottom of the feet, and then I will grab the body, this long rectangle that's green, and with the toothpick I'm just going to indent the middle of the rectangle so that I can later put in some dark green polymer clay. I rolled it out, and then I'm just going to try to fit it in there as best as possible, and then cut off any extra. Now that I'm done with the cutting part, I'm gonna go ahead and try my best to pierce it through the middle so that it doesn't go out sideways, but it may come out sideways like mine did, but oh well, we're not perfect. So then I made this head and I pierced it through as well. For the arms, you can just do one long strand of the green polymer clay and then paint in the indent, the dark green indent, or you can put some dark green polymer clay in between these two pieces. I mean, it turned out okay, but I kind of wanted to, after I finished this charm, I realized that maybe it would have looked better if I just would have painted it after it was baked with a little, not the straight line, but just kind of like, it's like a little lightning bolt shape in there. So I mean, it's really up to you how you want to do it, but this is the way I did it, and I'm just gonna fold it around and then press it down on the surface so it's more of a square shape. For the nose, I grabbed a slightly darker polymer clay than the skin and I pressed it on there, and because I ended up with these holes, I will fill it in with some TLS. And now the villager is ready to be baked, so go ahead and bake them. And once all your charms are baked, grab some nail polish remover on a cotton pad and rub the surface of your polymer clay charm. This will remove any lint or fingerprints. On your sheep though, just make sure to do it only on the beige parts. If you do it on the white parts, it may ruin the texture that you created, so just keep it on the smooth surfaces. Let's do some painting now, and for the eyes I am using some acrylic paint, and for the nose and everything else I'm using acrylic paint and the small brush. I'm doing a little block at the top and then I'm making the little face. And I know the sheep doesn't look exactly like this charm, but you can do it this way or you can do it however you want to. You want to do it exactly how the sheep looks, then go ahead and do that. But I decided to do it this way. Let the acrylic paint dry and then fill in the little nose with some light pink. And if you do mess up with any of these, just remove it with some nail polish remover and start all over. For the squid, I watered down some blue acrylic paint and I'm just making boxes inside, but try not to fully cover the box of the squid face. And then let it dry and then add your second or your third coat. Just make sure you let the acrylic paint dry in between coats. Once everything's dry, add your eyes. And then let it completely dry. And once it's dry, add your little black dots that are very derpy like. Then for the villager, I'm making a little mouth at the where the nose is. I did it on both sides, and then I will add the eyes and then the green part. Make sure you let it dry in between, otherwise it will mess up like I did with these two eyes. I had to do it again. Add his unibrow. Cut off any of the excess wire from the flat eye pin and then bend it with a round nose plier so that it becomes a charm. To glaze my charms, I will use this gloss glaze and I will brush a thin coat all over the charms. So once you do that, we're done. So this is how these turned out. I hope this video inspires you to create your own charm. You don't have to do it exactly the way I did it. I just hope that this video inspires you to recreate it in your own special way. And I hope you like this video. If you're interested in more Minecraft polymer clay charms, I have some other ones on here. So yeah, thank you so much for watching and I hope you have a good one. Bye.